How's everybody doing today?
Good.
My name is Kat. I'm a solidarity member with Black Lives Matter San Diego. We're going to have some individuals speak. The first one that I would like to bring up is from the Black Student Union at University of San Diego. Her name is Rain. And she is going to be giving the opening statement. Hold on.
Morning. Should I just use this one here?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Hi, good morning. Thank you for coming.
Are you going to come up and speak on these microphones? If you want to read it.
All right, cool. Thank you. So Black Lives Matter was created in 2012 by Patrisse Cullors, Opal Tometi, and Alicia Garza after Trayvon Martin's death. His murder, George Zimmerman was acquitted for his crime, and dead 17-year-old Trayvon was posthumously placed on trial for his own murder. Rooted in the experiences of Black people in this country who actively resist our dehumanization, Black Lives Matter is a call to action and a response to the violent anti-Black racism that permeates our society. Black Lives Matter's unique contribution that goes beyond extrajudicial killings of Black people by police and vigilantes. We affirm that all Black lives matter. We, the people of this nation, say it's time to end police brutality and racism forever. Black people have endured racism and police brutality in many different forms, and it must stop. The oppressors must be stood up to, including police, racist, white supremacists, and not demand but make sure police are held accountable and rid this nation and the world of racism and injustices that are caused by oppressors every day. Racism is everywhere, is anywhere injustice is, and injustice is everywhere. Reparations are not yet made for denying us our freedom and for hundreds of years of slavery and oppression that still continues today in many forms. So today, we say no to Black Friday and permanently rename it Black Lives Matter Friday. Because Black lives Because Black lives and your lives, our lives as Black people, matter more than Black Friday's cheap deals. As we sign off this statement, we shall protest every Black Friday until racism and oppression ends and all law enforcement is held accountable and our demands are met and we get real freedom that white people have every day and everybody deserves. So first I'd like to introduce Desiree, a family member of Anthony Ashford.
Just a quick correction. This is Desiree. She is the mother of Eric Smith, and she's going to be talking about the issue of cops in schools in San Diego.
Good morning. First, I'm going to give honor to God because He's the head of my home. A change has got to come. It is time that Black Lives Matter in San Diego. In San Diego alone, 400 people have been killed by law enforcement, and the number is growing in San Diego. And I stand here with the family of the loved ones of Anthony Ashford, Lamonte Jones, Rayshawn Cole, also remembering Dimitri Du Bois, Marshawn Washington, Gregory Mudd, Sasaki Ramon Del Rio, Elwood White, Bernard Joseph Victorani. Thousands more people of color, unarmed, are killed on a national scale by law enforcement just in 2015. It's today that we demand and affirm that Black Lives Matter. This is not including those who are being targeted and into a wall, people slammed to the ground, and the taser is putting him back, all while on the ground of his high school. A 15-year-old boy against two adult men, two police officers. Like the 15-year-old girl in South Carolina who was also choked and dragged across the classroom by law enforcement. We have seen time and time again how police misuse their authority that's given to them and how they choose to enforce it. We the people speak out today. There always seems to be a loophole that justifies the actions of the victims become slandered, or their past indiscretions become the focus instead of what happened at the point of contact with the police. In my school years, when children acted out and they couldn't be reached, the parents were called. I was not called until my son was already en route to juvenile hall when he acted out. This is a violation of my parental rights. My son's Black life matters. As a mother and as a parent, it is my job to love, encourage, counsel, nurture, and to protect my child. Where we are told that the police job is to protect, serve, defend, prevent crimes, and to maintain public order. But this can be farther from the truth. Now that we have social media and smartphones, the proof of the excessive force has been captured and visualized for all to see what we already knew. Law enforcement officers use this excessive force to police us, and then they use the term resisting as a way to make our complaints by internal affairs unfounded. Now this has to stop. Hold them accountable. My son survived, but will yours? Thank you.
Can I have people to my right and your left start with the chant Black, and in the middle say lives, and over here say matter. Let's try it, okay? Black lives matter! 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 Thank you so much. It's wonderful to hear. So there's a very important person that came all the way from Fairfield, California to be with us to talk about her loved one, Anthony Ashford. It is an honor that I introduce Alicia.
Thank you. I am the cousin of Anthony Ashford, who was killed 3 weeks ago here in San Diego by an officer. Anthony had no weapon. And he did not deserve to be shot in the chest. His mother was notified 2 days later. His mother is in the city of Vallejo, California. His family resides right in California. There's no reason why we should have been notified 2 days later. There are pictures of a number 2, the shell casings. The newspaper says, and a lot of different other magazines say, that my cousin was shot one time in the chest. Well, why is there a number 2 there, symbolizing 2 shell casings? This has got to stop. I never in a million years thought that my cousin coming to the San Diego area to visit a family member that he would not return. I thought that the police were here to protect and serve. So why is my cousin dead? At 29 years old. I did not write this speech because Anthony's death is still very recent. The family is still very devastated, but we would like to thank Black Lives Matter for representing Anthony Ashford. And I traveled by train from Sicily, California, to be here today to speak, to say that Anthony's life matter. Black lives matter.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. Okay, y'all, it is an honor to bring back Rain. She's going to be talking about what the demands are for the Black Student Union at University of San Diego. Please give it up for her.
Thank you again for coming. So I just want to reaffirm, Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter at every moment. They shouldn't just matter after they're dead. And the way that the media has framed Black lives, Black death, it makes it clear that it's not just Black lives that matter. Actually, to the media, Black deaths matter more. The hypervisibility of Black deaths is problematic. It shouldn't matter until after they're dead. It shouldn't be after they're dead that they receive all this media attention. We, as Black people, deserve attention for all of the ways that we're disenfranchised throughout our lives. Black lives are lost in the penitentiary system. Black lives are abused within the education system. Black lives are unemployed. Black lives are suffering. That's a problem. So, I'm a student at the University of San Diego, and it's certainly, I know I don't look it, but as a Black person, it is an honor to have the opportunity to go to college, because it's not an honor that most of us get, a privilege, really, a right. But within the education system, within higher education, there is still a lot of work that needs to be done in terms of decolonization. So,
Speak on it.
as you all know, Mizzou students, Black student activists at Mizzou, managed to defy the colonization and the oppression at their university. In response, universities across the nation have acted in solidarity on November 18th, Student Blackout Day. And USD, the University of San Diego, has acted in solidarity with Mizzou, and we have drafted a list of demands. It's a long list, so I'm not going to read it for you today, but you can find the demands along with demands from Yale, Brown, Howard, Harvard, UC Berkeley, UCLA, Mizzou. You can find all of our demands at thedemands.org. THEDEMANDS.org. And this is just the beginning. This is just part of the fight. We need to fight discrimination, racism, and disenfranchisement on every front. Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rain. I am honored to share that we are joined by a group known as Justice or Else. They have mobilized tens of thousands of individuals for the Million Man March that just passed. Please welcome Brother David Muhammad from Justice or Else San Diego.
Today, I'm representing Mr. Farrakhan's representative here in San Diego, Mr. Muhammad. Right now it's in Chicago, getting more instructions from Mr. Farrakhan, but just to give us just a little, we have three basic tenets from the 10-10-15 Justice or Else campaign. Number one is economic control. We're asking that our people hold back their money from Black Friday, which is today, up until after January the 1st. That's number one. Number two, we're asking for 10,000 fearless men and women to come and help stand in the gap, that we can put the pressure and stop some of this bloodshed and blood leaking that's happening in our community, both from the hands of people in the community and from the hands of the police. Also, the last but not least, we're asking for voter education. Voter education is key. Black lives do matter, and justice or else. We're asking for justice or else. We understand that once we pull back economically from the corporations, that corporations dictate to the politicians what must be done. So the corporations will feel it, and they will in turn tell the politicians, give the people justice. So once justice or else.
Unfortunately, the family of Lamontis Joan Jones unable to join us today. The family still is in Virginia. I'm going to keep this short. On October 20th, 39-year-old Lamontis Jones was gunned down by two SCPD police officers right down the street from us. Both officers did not have their body cameras on. There is more evidence, and we believe that there is more to the story, that the officers were not in fear of their lives. He was not resisting, and we do believe that they knew that he did not have a real weapon. If I can ask for a moment of silence for Rashawn Cole, Lamontis Jones, Anthony Ashford. Thank you all for that moment of silence. So what we are going to do, we're going to assemble. We are going to march to the location where Lamontis Jones was shot.
Because Black Lives Matter!
Not Black Friday! Black Lives Matter! Not Black Friday! Black Lives Matter! Not Black Friday! Black Lives Matter! Not Black Friday! Black Lives Matter!
So we can have a moment of silence. This is the area which Lamontis Jones was shot by two SCPD officers. We're right now doing a diet. Anybody who wishes to participate, please do. We're going to continue with a minute of silence. One lost by two SCPD officers. The man was unarmed. He did not have a real gun. By many, it showed that it was a replica. Police officers did not have their body-worn cameras on. There are more witnesses coming forward saying that Lamontis Jones was not a threat to two officers who shot him.
Intersection, just kind of film in and pass out.